In pondering the wonders of creation, an intriguing thought has been on my mind: the relationship between animals, their names, and how they've evolved over time. This reflection leads me to ask, how many animals and even dinosaurs retain their original names, the ones bestowed upon them from the very beginning of their existence? Could it be that some names have withstood the test of time? Or have they changed as language and culture evolved? Evolved? It's fascinating to consider how the human brain, with its incredible capacity for memory, language, and problem-solving, plays a role in naming and categorizing the world around us. Our brains, composed of roughly 86 billion neurons, are capable of storing vast amounts of information. Although we only use a fraction of our brain's total potential at any given moment, its ability to process data is astonishing. In fact, neuroscientists estimate that the human brain can hold as much as 2.5 petabytes of information, equivalent to around 3 million hours of TV shows. This brings us to the question of animal names. There are thousands of species across the earth, creatures that walk, fly, and swim, and our brains have found ways to classify and name them all. But how many of these names have remained the same since the dawn of time? From ancient texts, we read about lions, sheep, and rams, as well as the Leviathan in the Book of Job, a creature so vast and powerful that it has captured the imagination of humanity for millennia. When Yehovah instructed Noah to gather the animals, he did so by kinds, a broad category that encompasses species as we know them today. But what do we mean by kinds? In modern biology, the term species refers to specific groups of organisms that can interbreed. For example, today there are over 10,000 species of birds alone, and the total number of identified non-insect animal species exceeds 1.3 million. The number grows every year as scientists discover new creatures, especially in the depths of the oceans. It's estimated that 80% of the world's species are yet to be discovered, particularly in remote or uncharted areas like deep-sea environments. What's also remarkable is how the brain processes and remembers all of these species. We categorize animals not only by name, but by their features, behaviors, and habitats. The human brain's ability to recognize patterns and associate names with characteristics is essential in understanding the natural world. Despite this, even the most avid animal lover would find it impossible to memorize all 1.3 million species currently documented, let alone the millions more that likely exist but have yet to be discovered. Let's not forget the oceans, where life is so abundant and diverse that even the best marine biologists have only scratched the surface of what lies beneath. The ocean covers over 71% of the Earth's surface, yet we've explored less than 5% of it. It's mind-boggling to think about the undiscovered species that may still dwell in the ocean's depths. In reflecting on this, I'm reminded of how intricately Yehovah cares for every living thing on this planet. From the smallest microscopic organism that lives on our skin to the largest creatures of the sea, each has its place and purpose. If he cares for them, how much more must he care for us? Human beings made in his image, despite the complexity and magnitude of life on Earth, our worth is far greater in his eyes than anything else this world has to offer. So, next time you find yourself questioning whether Yehovah has your best interests at heart, consider how he tends to all life with extraordinary detail. He watches over every creature and cares for each one. And if he does that, how much more will he care for you? Shalom, my friends, until we meet again for the next thought.